Heather Peace's brave battle and bright future. EastEnders star reflects on cancer, recovery, and what comes next. When EastEnders actress Heather Peace, known to millions as Eve Panesar Onwin, first received her breast cancer diagnosis, her world changed overnight. It was October, a season of falling leaves and cooling days, but for Heather, time seemed to freeze. Now, months later, she has emerged from the storm stronger, more focused, and ready to take on the next chapter of her life, with gratitude, fire, and resilience in her voice. In a candid new interview, the beloved star opens up about her cancer journey, how EastEnders became her safe space, and why she's determined to live the rest of her life with strength, balance, and joy. A quiet diagnosis, a life transformed. In October of last year, Heather Peace received the kind of news no one is ever truly prepared for. She had breast cancer. Rather than making a public announcement immediately, Peace chose to undergo her surgery and initial recovery quietly, over the Christmas season. She focused on her health, her family, and the long, uncertain road ahead. It wasn't until months later that she shared her diagnosis with the public, once she had completed her chemotherapy and felt ready to talk about it. The response from fans and fellow actors alike was overwhelming. Support flooded in across social media, fan forums, and EastEnders groups. But Heather wasn't looking for sympathy. She was looking forward. My journey had ended, the power of closure. In her powerful appearance on the 94% podcast, Peace was strikingly honest about the reality of cancer treatment. Her voice was calm but assured as she reflected on what she'd endured. I was diagnosed in October, she began. I had surgery quite quickly and then spent the Christmas period recovering. Chemotherapy followed after that, and now, my journey has ended. It's a phrase packed with meaning. The word, journey, often gets thrown around in discussions of illness, but for Heather, it truly was one, a physical, emotional, and mental voyage through uncertainty, pain, hope, and recovery. Rediscovering strength through fitness. Now, post-treatment and in recovery, Peace is embracing a new chapter centered on health and strength, starting with fitness. I think coming through what I've come through, she explained, fitness will be instrumental for the rest of my life. It's now that I need to absolutely focus in on that. Otherwise, I'm just accepting deterioration. And I won't accept that. Her tone shifted as she spoke with passion and defiance. I want to be fit. I want to be strong. It's such a good feeling when you're at your top. Fitness, for Heather, is no longer about appearance or performance. It's about reclaiming agency over her body and future. After months of treatment that left her physically vulnerable and emotionally raw, strength has taken on a whole new meaning. Returning to Albert Square. While many would understandably take time off after a major health crisis, Heather's return to EastEnders was a crucial part of her recovery, not just physically, but emotionally. I needed work, she confessed. I needed that for my mental health. Stepping back into Eve Panesar Onwin's shoes was more than just a return to routine. It was a return to herself. The EastEnders set, with its familiar faces and long-running camaraderie, became a sanctuary. I have a fantastic cast of friends who just absolutely enveloped me and made me feel safe, she said. A day at work lifted my spirits. It made me laugh. It made me feel loved. There's a vulnerability in her words, a glimpse into the emotional toll cancer can take, even after the physical wounds begin to heal. I felt I lost a bit of my confidence, she admitted. But it's coming back now. Behind the scenes, love, support, and sisterhood. Though the spotlight has often been on Heather's character Eve, a fiery, unapologetic, and bold presence on Albert Square, off-screen, the actress has experienced a wave of tenderness and compassion. Her EastEnders co-stars, particularly those who share screen time with her most often, rallied around her. The cast created a cocoon of support, understanding her need for both privacy and companionship during her toughest months. Having people around me who understood without making a fuss meant everything, she said. They didn't treat me differently. They made me laugh. They gave me space when I needed it, and hugs when I didn't know I did. It's a sentiment many cancer survivors echo, the need for normalcy, not pity. Heather found that balance among her EastEnders family. On-screen silence, off-screen anticipation. What's next for Eve and Suki? While Eve and Suki's storyline took center stage at the end of last year, including a dramatic wedding and an explosive fallout, the beginning of 2025 has seen them retreat from the forefront of the show. But fans need not worry. According to Balvinder Sopal, who plays Suki Panesar, the lull is temporary, and big developments are just around the corner. Ben Wadey introduced Suki, Sopal said in a recent Digital Spy interview, referring to EastEnders' new executive producer. So he's definitely a fan. She added with a laugh, he did say to me the other day, we're his favorites. Not really. But yes, he is a fan. And we've got some wonderful stuff coming up. It's a tantalizing tease, especially for fans of Sukave, the affectionate portmanteau for Suki and Eve's relationship, which has become one of the most celebrated LGBTQ+ romances in soap history. Heather Peace. A role model on and off screen. Heather's openness about her cancer battle adds another layer to her status as a role model, not just for her portrayal of strong LGBTQ+ women on screen, but for her real-life courage. As a wife, mother, actress, and activist, she's always carried herself with authenticity and warmth. Now, as a survivor, she brings even greater meaning to those roles. Her message to others going through similar health battles? It's simple, yet powerful. Be kind to yourself. Be honest. And when you're ready, move forward with strength. Looking ahead. A new chapter for Heather and Eve. Heather Peace is not the same woman she was a year ago. She's not even the same actress she was when she first stepped onto Albert Square. She has faced one of life's most terrifying challenges and emerged changed, but not defeated. As she returns to the familiar streets of Walford, fans can expect Eve to grow, too. Whether facing love, loss, or another twist in the soap's ever-dramatic plotlines, there's no doubt that both Eve and the woman who plays her will meet every challenge head-on. Heather Peace's story is not just about illness or survival, it's about reclaiming life, identity, and strength. And with EastEnders ready to turn up the drama once again, the best is yet to come.